Hi, I'm Sigrid Fischer, the Director of Career and Alumni Relations at HHL. I have been holding this position for a year and a half now, and previously I did my bachelor's degree in journalism and a master's degree in performance psychology. I studied in the United States and at Edinburgh University in Scotland, and pursued a career afterwards very much related to career development, having also worked at the University of Edinburgh, and joined HHL a couple of years ago. And I'm now successfully heading up the department where we are combining our career development support as well as our alumni network. And I'm absolutely delighted to be working in the area, as I have a magnificent team and obviously a very joyful community that I can be working with. From my background, I'm a professional tennis player, and I've always been struck by people being super motivated and obviously sticking to something, and also by the social support you're being offered throughout your life. And as an individual athlete, as tennis most of the time is very individual, I have for myself realized how important it is to have a community that sticks out for you, that helps you, and that maybe is there even throughout difficult times. And as I entered HHL, or as I entered a job at HHL and I joined the community, I realized how amazing it is to be in a place or at an institution where, even if you're coming from a different culture, a different language background, and a different, obviously, nationality, you find people that really stick out for you and really help you. At HHL, we have very individualized career consultations. We have for every single degree that we're offering, so it's the full-time MSc, the full-time MBA, as well as the part-time MSc and part-time MBA, and our PhD program, we have individualized career consultants. And that way we help our students for the very specific degree to find the careers that are most suitable for them, or that obviously fulfill their wishes and their hopes. And what we do at HHL, aside of workshops that we're offering, and for example, interview workshop, career orientation workshop, application workshop, negotiation procedures, mock interviews, we have a lot of companies on campus to help our students to get in touch with future employers, potential future employers. So for every semester, fall and spring, we run 8 to 10 individual career sessions with individual companies, and then we have also the thematic career fairs. For example, startup career fairs tonight, then we have a finance career night, we have a digital career night, international open, to cater more towards certain industries. And in that way we help by having individual consultations with our students, guiding them alongside their very own resume, their very own CV. And on the other hand, we try to get them as much as possible in touch with employers to help them network with these employers, but also to find out, okay, what are the skills, what are the professions that I would have, that I would need in order to pursue a fulfilling career at the various employer. Where our students are headed, and we're also offering a lifelong career development support, meaning our alumni can always come back to us and rethink their career and have those same conversation, or obviously it's different conversations, but have the same sort of support once they're even done with their degree. So say 5 years after you finished your degree and you have started your career, you can come back and say, hey, what would be the next and most suitable step for me? Is there any contacts I should be making? What would you suggest? So alongside the career guidance that we're offering while our students are on campus, we're offering the same support, obviously, alongside their various careers afterwards as well. So we're saying we're offering a lifelong career guidance, which I think is very amazing, considering that obviously you're never done with your career, or you're never done with your life path, and coming back to a community that you feel very comfortable with, that you knows your very own resume and can guide you specific to your needs, is something very remarkable. I think what really stands out for me is that every single year our students coming obviously on campus are our full-time students. The first couple of semesters are with us the entire time, and as they are looking for their internship positions, or as they're looking for their jobs afterwards, they obviously tap on the network a lot, and they ask ABC, they ask different people, how is it to be working at the company? And what I find absolutely remarkable is maybe it's not one single story that stands out, but maybe it can be generalized in a way that our students already ask our alumni as they're in the progress of finding their jobs, and the alumni are helping them in whatever way they can to find their fulfilling and rewarding careers. And I think that for me stands out the most, that our community helps each other to be in the process of personal and professional development. And I think that is something that makes it also very special, again, to be working with all these people, because they're so driven and motivated for themselves, obviously, but also for everybody else, that the better another person may be, it also obviously is a reflection on the entire community. And obviously what is also a remarkable success is that more than 530 startups have been founded or co-founded by HHL alumni. So having gone through the process as HHL and having been in touch with the entrepreneurial spirit, there has been so much support that people have found the courage to start up a company. And again, 530 startups, I think, is for a very small university quite a remarkable number, that they felt they had enough support to embark on the journey of being either in a startup or founding a startup. And I think that is something that shows how strong support can be and how much it can actually help you to pursue something that may be quite difficult and risky, obviously, financially speaking as well. So what we do is we organize our alumni in chapters. That is the word that we're using. So these are the cities or the places where a lot of our alumni are based, or where they're moving once they've graduated from HHL. And these are cities in Germany: Berlin, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Hanover, Leipzig, obviously, Munich, Cologne, Stuttgart. And then we're also based in London in the UK, Zurich, Switzerland. We have Amsterdam in the Netherlands. We're also based in Bangkok and in Japan. So over there we have ambassadors. In all these cities or places we have ambassadors that are helping us alongside our work that we're doing from Leipzig, to have chapter meetings. We try to be there 3 or 4 times a year in all those places, to have intellectual input from our academics, from our lecturers and professors. Then we try to have something very specific to the place, so that an alumna who is based maybe in Frankfurt can host us in their various company and give an insight into how it is working at company ABC. And then we obviously try to have something a bit more casual, maybe a get-together at the Oktoberfest, or maybe a get-together at something very specific to the local communities. And that way we're having, say, smaller ecosystems in all those places with our ambassadors. We have different key performance indicators, and all of the time, we're running employment statistics at the end of the degrees that our students are running. And alongside the employment statistics, we find out where our students are headed afterwards. And then we also find out, we notice that 96% of our students who do a full-time degree manage to find a job within 3 months after graduation at HHL, meaning that with our career guidance and also the employer contact that we're offering, our students are able to find the career or just kick off their career right after graduation at HHL. And then we obviously track alongside the various surveys that we're running, or that we're talking to them on a one-on-one basis. And what we do, we run alumni surveys every single year, and we take out specific degrees or specific groups. And we're obviously adjusting the questions according to what we think we need to know in terms of where's the market headed, what do our graduates actually need in their new jobs or in their jobs in the real world. So what we do either with surveys or one-on-one basis or within our alumni meetings, we try to be fed back what we should be knowing in terms of our own very degree structures. So say that we realize we would have to have more digital courses or more programming skills. We try to get the information from the outside, from our alumni, and then try to organize it, or try to see how can we incorporate it in our current degrees. Obviously, you can't rewrite a degree in every single way, or you can rewrite it on every single day. But we try to be as close to the market as possible, and then keeping obviously our own achievements on top. But this is how we stay in touch with our alumni. And also what I wanted to say about the MBA degree, very specifically, our career consultant who has been guiding our MBA students has been with HHL for more than 15 years. So in terms of the knowledge and the development that she's gone through with all the MBA students, she's gained so much experience that she's very much aware of the different markets, the skills, the competencies, also the recruitment processes within the various companies, so that she can give absolute first-hand experience and first-hand knowledge to our students that obviously come from all sorts of places. There are, I think, 98% from all sorts of other places outside of Germany. So I think that's almost like spirit, HHL spirit. A lot of people say we have a very unique spirit to us, to our community. Obviously, you gotta say that we have per year about 200 students coming in. So we're a small university, very traditional, and almost a family, if you want to use that word. So in a way, we're trying to already very early on, as they're touching campus, or if they're kind of arriving on campus, even with throughout the recruitment process, we're trying to instill a thinking or an idea, an atmosphere of whatever you're giving, you can, the more you're giving, the more you can get out of it as well. Not in a monetary way, but we're trying to instill very early on what the HHL community is about, what the positives obviously are of a strong network that is filled with a lot of successful alumni. And in that way, we're trying to have an idea of a togetherness, if you want to use that word, the way that if you support each other throughout your studies or even afterwards, you're always going to have a friend, or you're always going to have a colleague or a like-minded person that you can rely on. And obviously all our students that are part of the full-time MSc program, for example, have to do a study abroad program. And a lot of the time they can meet alumni in the various places to, even if they're the only student in Bangkok, for example, they could find somebody that they can relate to who's possibly an alumnus or alumna over there. So I would say, from the experience having worked with the alumni community for a long time now, I've never had the answer of somebody saying, no, I'm not going to help you. HHL as a place to study has a great program depending on what you're looking for, and has a great intellectual input, and topping it up with an HHL spirit in a community that helps you finding the right contact, and also finding the pursuing and fulfilling career you may be looking for me is a very great match. And if you're interested in HHL, or if you're interested to potentially ask a couple questions, I think there's always somebody you can reach out to. And I think overall saying you're not gonna regret coming to HHL potentially if you're joining HHL. Other than that, for me, it's a great place to work. And every single morning I get up, I really gotta admit, and I think I wouldn't want to change the world for a different institution. I definitely totally enjoy being at HHL and being part of that unique and thrilling community.